In a school atmosphere, there are activities related to curriculum and there are co-curricular activities. They are indirectly related to curriculum. They are helping students to perform well in the curriculum. They are called co-curricular activities. As far as English language teaching is concerned, a school can establish, or as a society, there can be reading club, literary club, and English club. Are you familiar with these words? I think you should be.
Yes, sir. Huh?
They are so simple concepts. You concentrate on the word. Reading club related to reading and its activities. Literary club related to literature and its activities. English club is related to English as a whole, English as a language. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
let us first be clear about co-curricular activity. As I told you, the word co-curricular activities are those activities which are undertaken side by side with the curricular activities, the classroom teaching, because they supplement to the curricular activities, they supplement to the lessons and unit and the concepts they are learning in the classroom. It is helping the students to live together, to work together, to cooperate with each other through co-curricular activity. It is a tool. It becomes an activity. It becomes instrumental to drawing out the hidden talent of the child, hidden talent, the potential of the students in any field we are discussing. So these activities are also called sometimes extracurricular activity, but actually they are different from co-curricular activities because extracurricular activities may not be related directly to the uh, curriculum, but though we arrange annual sports, annual cultural function, uh, week celebrations, quiz, dress competitions, speech, drama, music, dance competitions. We celebrate different festivals and national important days and foundation day. So there are many more of such activities. But basically, all these activities help as a teacher to explore the ability of the students. They give the platform to the students. As I told you, it will strengthen the classroom learning as well, both inside and outside, because these activities develop the personality of the students. So these activities, co-curricular activities, refer to programs or learning experiences that complement what student is learning in school. These activities can be of different types. For example, academic development activities. It may be there can be surveys, quizzes, projects, preparation of charts, models, preparation of school magazines, essay writing, short story writing, different type of subject clubs. Here we are referring to English club. There can be social science club, geography club, maths club, anything, subject clubs. Second, aesthetic development activities. Now, aesthetics is related to the performing arts and the skills, the art in the aesthetic sense means the music, drama, decoration, fancy date competition, flower festival, painting, drawing. So these are the arts. Cultural development activities. It definitely refer to cultural programs. and though the items we perform in cultural programs. Emotional development activities. Now, when we refer to overall development of a student, emotional development activities should be that. For example, drama, social service activities, assembly. We have assembly in our schools. The moral development, right? We celebrate birthdays of great people. Then leisure utilization. You know the meaning of leisure? Yes? Hello? Hello?
Sir.
You know the meaning of leisure? You are right. So all the students have some hobbies to do in the leisure time. So we expect our students to develop such hobby. For example, photography, album making, coin collecting, stamp collecting, educational tools. Literacy development activities. Now, literacy actually is related to the reading ability here, but okay, we are also relating this with the academic development. For example, debates, they read magazines, book review, book reading, essay writing, story writing. This will help them to develop a love for literature as well. We give a period to library work. Then most important is moral development activities. Some of the camps in the society, educational tours, celebrating national or international days, festivals, this will also develop students in moral aspect. Physical development activities can be NCC, yoga, athletics, sports, indoor and outdoor sports. Then productive activities mean creating something, mean uh, manufacturing teaching aids, vocational activities, clay work, toy making, soap making, book binding. Gandhiji loved this productive activity. Leather work, cardboard work, kitchen gardening, everything. We are going away from productive activities. That is a sad reality. Social development activities means helping social cause. For example, tree plantation, adult education, scouting and guide, right? Cleanliness programs, NSS and NCC, scientific environment development activities. These are of course related to science, visiting a science museum. Spiritual development activity, yoga, meditation, visiting to temples, right? So there are plenty of such activities. For example, there can be a student council, a small student council, voting process in a school, right? Youth parliament. So there are many things as a part of co-curricular activity can be done, but we will be referring to only three: English club, literary club, and reading club. So what is English club? As the name signifies, English club aims to provide students with exposure to English, because in schools he has limited exposure to English. In society he has limited exposure to English. As far as our country is concerned, we have different languages in different states. So we are, as a student, have a different mother tongue, so we need exposure to English. Where do we find such exposure? English club will provide this. It will help to develop different language skills and functions of language, as just you have referred different functions of language. It will create a rich environment in the campus or anywhere else. You can use any place to create a club, English club. So this is the English club is a place where students use English in a casual setting. In classroom setting, you must be careful while using English, but here, English clubs, you are free to use in a casual setting. You are practicing different skills here, almost like real life. The atmosphere is very friendly. The people around you are very supportive to you, right? As the condition in our country. We want to learn English, but we don't find the people with whom we can talk in English, right? The club can be a very small club, 8 to 10 people. It can be 20 to 30 or 50. The club can have a small meeting, a few hours every week, means 1 hour daily, 2 hour daily. The main aim of the club should be to encourage learners to use the language, right? To use the language. What are the main objectives of this English club? As I told you, first, to provide a platform to practice spoken English. You understand this? Spoken English. So, English club we will organize various type of activities in which students will be allowed to use the language, speak the language. Second, the club will be tension free. It will because as a student, if you don't know, if you don't have the vocabulary, you will not have that confidence in speaking English. So what happens? The environment is free, tension free, enjoyable environment, so students will speak. That inculcate interest in literature. So if you read literature, English literature, the literature is written by native English writers, it will definitely enlarge your vocabulary and will help you frame correct sentences and will also help you learn the local color of the language. So if you love English literature, if I dare to ask a question, how many of you daily read some pages of English literature? Can you answer me? Yes, yes, or was that a funny question? Please, yellow.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Daily
yes.
basis.
Is it a funny question?
No, sir.
So I have shared, certainly, I have shared Times of India newspaper, right? Today, you open and try to read the headlines at least.
Yes, sir.
It is really good. So if you read such things, you will definitely have some knowledge of English because we do not have any other way to communicate. To get in touch with English, we need to get into touch with these authentic materials. The best time is to help students to get general proficiency, not deep proficiency, but general proficiency in English language. It may be useful in his future job. A small English club can be of 8 to 12 people. They meet 2 hour, 3 hour each week, maybe more than that. It depends on what type of rules you define. So English club should be participant centered, means what the members say, they will organize the thing. You should encourage your participants, means the students, to bring their own content, ask questions to the participants about their life. You may divide participants into small groups to discuss a question or to do some activity. You may ask the participants to creatively use English. For example, prepare a drama, perform a drama, write a poetry, tell a story to other people, right? You understand this?
Yes, sir.
So, what is a
Yes.
good English club? These are the features, as I told you. Where can we have our English club? What is the proper place? A club can be in schools, can be in a library, can be in a community based centers, right? Can be in the places of worship. Even can be in cafe shops or restaurants or markets as well, right? Or if it is not possible, you can have your small club at any member's home, isn't it? Now,
Yes.
suppose if you decide that these particular restaurants will be our club, so every week all the participants will come there at the restaurant, have some snacks, and they will discuss what they want to do, right? So that is the place. Then a club should have a suggestion box, right? Each member can have a suggestion for the betterment of the activities and the functioning of the club. The club can play a social role, important social role as well, because it helps to meet new friends, to meet new people, right? So a good social English club is always rooted in the community. We can organize local visits, local places, invite people from local community to your club, though they are not member. Invite some experts, yes. Then a good English club gives its participants a freedom, right? Students are very pressurized about the syllabus, exams, and objectives of learning as far as ELT is concerned in schools. But when they enter into the club, they should feel free, isn't it? English club, a good club should be a fun for the students, for the participants actually. We cannot use the word students because in the classroom, we may not have that type of fun, but as a small club, we can have a English discussion with a bowl in our hand with a popcorn, right? So we can make our club a fun place. How do we establish an English club? We have seen some of the features. First, you decide the purpose of the club. Then you decide the name, contact numbers to take participation in the club. If you are planning to establish a club in your school, put a notice on your bulletin board that you visit this or that person on contact number to fill up the form and be the member of the club. You write down all the activities and the future plans and purpose of the club. Then you arrange the first meeting of all the members. Then you give the responsibility to different members. Then you organize the club and the daily activities, right? You can organize the leader of each week, each month. You decide what type of skills you want to do every week, every day, right? How each member will contribute to the club because club will never be active if their members are passive, right? You may even want to find out a fluent English speaker because the members want to speak to with somebody. But if there are no one with fluent English speaking, you may ask somebody to be a volunteer and come to your student. You may ask your teacher to be a part of your club and help you speak in English language. You can ask some other experts to visit your club, right? Then you create some rules and routines of the club. First is you must use English only. Then, will they be allowed to eat or drink during the meeting? Can they allow to bring a friend in the club? How to conduct the meeting? Right? These are the some rules and regulations you may do. Who can join the English club? Yes, friends, family members, fellow students, co-workers, people from other schools who will be able to join in the allowed to join in the club. You can decide that. The club can also decide the age level, means from this year to this year. The club can be multi-generational, means there can be young students and there can be elders as well, right? Even your grandmother can join the club. So you decide what you want to do, what type of members can be there, right? You know that some of the elders also want to learn English, so you can decide that you can have an open club. You can decide the meeting time, proper meeting time, because you need to ask all the members the time that is convenient to all. It should not conflict with the time of schools, right? What can be available in a club? There can be some books available in the club, literature, charts, markers, a board, paper, pencils, language learning activities. Even if you have a good facility, you can have a laptop, smartphones with internet. Even Xerox facilities can be there, right? Audio, video, camera, shooting facility can be there. So it can be English club can be an interesting activity. Then what type of activities can be done under the head of English club? Word power games, extempore speech. You know this extempore speech? What is extempore speech? Yes. Hmm? Hmm? Yes, you know this. Hello.
No, sir.
I just give you the topic, you instantly speak on it. Speaking without preparation. You got the idea? Yes. And you start speaking on it. That is extempore speech. Then group discussion on a topic, mock interviews, just a minute game. It is very famous game. Now what happens? You decide the topic to do something. Just a minute. There are thousands of ideas you can do under this, right? I can give you an
Yes.
example. Just a minute. When I say start, you will start writing spellings that begin with P, for example. So when a minute is finished, now what happens? You count your spellings. The student who has written the most number of spellings win, right? A spelling with two letters side by side means, suppose I say book, there are two O, B double O K. Okay. Yes.
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 So so there should be two letters side by side. That is, for example, if I say soccer, there are two C. So there are plenty of ideas, right adjectives, right words around you, right spellings. These are examples of spelling games. There can be many more ideas. You can arrange competitions, essay writing, letter writing, drama, story writing. You can arrange motivational lectures on communication skill, importance of English, whatever it is. You can organize quiz and riddles. You know, there are quiz and riddles in English as well. In any language, actually, there are quiz and riddles. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can organize public speech, poem recitation, debate competition, listening practice, dialogues, basic grammar teaching as well. Because there are techniques of learning grammar. You can have a tour with English guide. When English guide is speaking, you learn something, right? Watching English movie is another example of an activity, right? As a club, you organize a English movie show. Scavenger hunt. You understand what is scavenger hunt? Somebody put the message.
Yes, sir.
Now you understand that? Drama. Then you can have a small bulletin board where members are allowed to present something. You subscribe to English newspaper, magazines. Students read it. Special days, celebrations, board games. You see this? This is a board game, right? Have you experienced the board game in English? Have you ever learned in English? Hello?
No,
Yes.
sir.
See here, there is a board game. Sing a song. Now you have to sing a song in English. Then, what color is a banana? You have to answer. Do you go to school by bus? You have to answer. Take one more turn. Yes. These are the steps. A simple board game. I am giving you the task to find out different types of board games in English. Then arts and craft in English related to language. Singing English songs, karaoke, right? Diary writing,